friends! This video is a massive deal because today we're going to be putting together our dream cast list for Mean Girls the Musical, the movie, the series. So if you haven't heard the news, Mean Girls the Musical will be getting the film treatment. And I love talking about casting in movie musicals. I think it's just such a fun, uncontroversial topic that hasn't been at the front of anybody's mind or in the news lately at all whatsoever. Right? If this is your first time seeing my face, hi! My name is Kat, and I really like musicals. If you really like musicals, hit subscribe to join the musical theater internet cult. If you don't, I'll tell everybody that you made out with a hot dog. That was one time! That's my favorite joke in the entire movie. Thanks to Native for sponsoring today's video. Question of the day, who do you want to see in Mean Girls the Musical, the movie? Also, what are we calling it? Are we calling it Mean Girls the Musical, the movie? Because that's just so, it's gonna take too many brain cells. But anyway, who do you want to see in the cast? Play along in the comments down below. A little bit of background. Mean Girls is of course based on the iconically quotable 2004 film of the same name. The story follows previously homeschooled jungle freak Cady as she learns to navigate the perils of high school, popularity, and thinking you're like really pretty. It became an instant modern classic, one of my favorites, honestly. The Tony Award nominated adaptation hit the stage in 2018, starring Erika Henningsen, Taylor Louderman, Kate Rockwell, and Ashley Park. Mean Girls played at the August Wilson Theater on Broadway until the Broadway shutdown of 2020, when it was announced that Mean Girls would not reopen post-pandemic. However, the North American National Tour recently relaunched. A West End transfer was announced, but I'm not sure what's going on with that. But what we do know is that we're getting a movie. And we've got updates. It was announced earlier this autumn that Samantha Jane and Arturo Perez Jr. will co-direct the film. They're a married team, which I know, it's adorable, and it called me single in every language known to man. And even though this is their feature film directorial debut, their short-form series Quarter Life Poetry was a fave at Sundance. Lorne Michaels and Tina Fey will be producing. Tina will be adapting her script again. Can you imagine writing the same script 3 times? Now I want to like compare and contrast what's gonna be different. So at the moment, I'm feeling pretty optimistic. I mean, cautiously, I don't want to get my hopes dashed, but I, along with everyone else, have a very special place in my heart for Mean Girls. That was my gateway into comedy and writing and Saturday Night Live and improv and everything. I saw the musical on Broadway a few years ago and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was fun, fresh, clean. I think it'll travel well. You know, those are also the words I would use to describe today's sponsor. Hi! Today's video is sponsored by my armpit's new best friend, Native. If you're looking for a clean, incredible smelling treat yourself moment deodorant, look no further, because this is it. I found it. Native is aluminum-free, paraben-free, and cruelty-free. And now you can get it plastic-free. It uses the same formula as their regular deodorant, but with a way more sustainable paperboard packaging. It's also infinitely more fun to play with. Native is also a proud partner of 1% for the Planet, committing 1% of plastic-free deodorant sales to environmental nonprofits. I'm a big fan of aluminum-free deodorant in general, but I hadn't found a brand that I really loved until now. It's not sticky or wet, and it lasts all day. They use coconut oil and shea butter, so it's vegan too. But the thing I'm really obsessed with are the scents. They've got tons of options, with new limited edition scents and sensitive scents being released all the time. Cucumber mint is phenomenal. It smells the way a mojito taste. Lavender and rose is my new go-to date night scent. It's like a toned down sexy floral. Coconut and vanilla is such a me scent though. If you want to feel like you're in a spa in a tropical location, this is the one. But my absolute favorite is the aloe and green tea. It's so clean, fresh, earthy. Native also makes a whole line of self-care products, so this is their body wash in cherry and vanilla macaroon. The holiday scents just dropped, and you've got scents like sugar cookie, candy cane, and fresh mistletoe, all available in plastic-free packaging. Normally, you can get a set of 3 plastic-free deodorants for $39, but if you use the link down below and code KSTEEL, you can get them for $29. Thanks to Native for sponsoring this segment and for treating my armpits like literal royalty. And now, back to the video. Get it? Plastic free for Mean Girls. Whenever we dreamcast something like this, I try my best to build a semi-realistic cast. I try to get a mix of Broadway and mainstream celebs. The actors don't need to be the same age, but they need to look the same age. I didn't cast every character because we'll be here all day, so I just cast a couple of the leads, but if you're playing along in the comments below, please feel free to cast whoever you want. I'd also love to see like a cameo or 2 or 7 from the original Broadway cast, or anyone from the original movie. I think that would be really fun and kind of a nice homage to the legacy of Mean Girls. Okay, let's kick this off with my favorite character, Mrs. George. I love Mrs. George, genuinely. She's played by Amy Poehler in the original movie. Kerry Butler originated the role on Broadway. I think she has the best punchlines. They expanded her role in the musical. What's Wrong With Me is actually, I think, my favorite joke in the whole show. I could see Laura Bell Bundy, I could see Megan Hilty, but I would love to see Jane Krakowski. I'm a big Jane Krakowski fan. You guys know her from Schmigadoon, Ally McBeal, 30 Rock, Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. She's a Tony Award-winning Broadway actress whose career has spanned from She Loves Me to Once Upon a Mattress to Starlight Express. Yeah, she was in the Train one. I think she's hysterical, and I'd love to see her as Mrs. George. Next up, we've got Cady's math teacher, Miss Norberry. I love Miss Norberry, and I'm so excited because in the Broadway production, they had one actress play all of the adult women. So I'm really excited to see different actresses take on each of these different roles. I could see Cicely Strong, Melissa Villaseñor, Kiela Settle. I could see Stephanie Beatriz. I could see Ali Stoker. I could see Ali Wong. But I think my #1 choice for Miss Norberry would have to be Uzo Aduba. You know her from the Broadway revival of Godspell at Circle in the Square, from NBC's The Wiz Live, and of course Netflix's hit series Orange is the New Black. She's also one of only 2 people ever to win the Emmy in both comedy and drama for the same character, which is incredible. I think she was developing a musical adaptation of Secret Life of Bees. I don't know what's going on with that, but I think she's just phenomenal, and we gotta put her in another musical ASAP. Next up, we've got Aaron Samuels, Regina George's ex-boyfriend and Katie's new love interest. He's a good guy, he's a smart guy, his hair looks sexy pushed back. I could totally see Antonio Cipriano, Jordan Fisher, Graham Phillips, but you know who I'd really love to see as Aaron Samuels? Because I think, first off, he needs redemption from Dear Evan Hansen because we were promised so much more. I want Isaac Powell. You know him from the Broadway revivals of Once on This Island and West Side Story. I loved him in Once on This Island. I'm a big fan, and I just want to see him do all the movie musicals, so please, I think we owe Mean Girls to him. I'm really excited and curious to see who they're going to get for Janice. You need someone who's charismatic and dry and charming and funny, but also has a huge powerhouse belt. So I'm hoping to see like a Katherine Gallagher, an Eva Noblezada, a Julia Lester. You know who else I could also totally see killing it as Janice? Emily Skeggs. She was Tony nominated for her role as Medium Allison in Fun Home on Broadway. I just got to catch final dress of Head Over Heels at the Pasadena Playhouse. She's in it, she plays Mopsa, and she is incredible. Also, this production is just insane, by the way. It's like an incredible celebrity cast, and then they converted the theater into like a 2-story club, so the action takes place all around you, and you're on the dance floor. It's so fun, it's incredible. Of course, let's move on to Damien. Damien's gonna be tricky to cast, so I really hope that they put comedy front and center. I think we could totally see people like Noah Galvin, Nick Dodani, Demarius Copes, another actor who was incredibly underutilized in the Dear Evan Hansen movie, and he understudied Damien on Broadway. I actually saw him when I went to go see the show. He was great. You know who else I think could be an incredible Damien? Mason Alexander Park. You might recognize Mason from Broadway or Bust, the Jimmy Awards documentary. They also played Hedwig in the recent revival tour of Hedwig and the Angry Inch. And coming up so soon, Mason is going to be starring in 2 major Netflix adaptations, Cowboy Bebop and The Sandman. We are heading into the home stretch, people. It is time that we hit the plastics. First up, we've got Karen. She may not be smart, but that's it. And honestly, I have no clue. I have no clue who I want as Karen. I mean, I would love Kimiko Glenn. I think she would be hysterical. Like, can you just picture her playing Karen? I don't think she reads the same age as everyone else I've cast, but just let me dream. I could see Amanda Stenberg. I could see Sabrina Carpenter. I could see Sophia Wiley. I could see Talia Ryder. I could also just see them going with like a comedic actress for Karen. I could also see them casting Addison Rae. The possibilities are endless. Truly, I have no clue. Please give me some ideas in the comments below because I have no clue. Next up, we've got Gretchen Wieners, and again, another role with very big shoes to fill. I think they really brought Gretchen to life in the musical. I think Anna Baryshnikov could be really funny. Are you guys watching Dickinson? But straight up, you know who I think could be Gretchen, or at least for sure in this movie somewhere? I don't know, maybe Karen? I've just got this feeling that Iris Apatow is going to be in this movie. You guys know her from Love on Netflix or This Is 40. She's also, of course, part of the Apatow comedy family dynasty. And she does musical theater. I feel like we're gonna be seeing her a lot. Like, her career is about to take off, and I could totally see her in Mean Girls. Folks, it's the moment you've been waiting for. We gotta find our Regina George. I could definitely see it going to Dove Cameron. I could also see Regina going to a big Netflix star like Kiernan Shipka or Jenna Ortega. I would love to see Keke Palmer in a musical again. She's just incredible and charismatic. Let's put her in a movie musical, please. But I gotta say, my absolute #1 pick for Regina George has got to be Renee Rapp. She played the role of Regina George on Broadway, and she'll be starring in Mindy Kaling's upcoming comedy for HBO Max entitled The Sex Lives of College Girls. Could I say that anymore like a narc? Renee's voice is absolute insanity. If you haven't heard her sing World Burn, look it up. She's a powerhouse talent, she's the right age, she's so cool, she makes sense. You gotta do it. And finally, our leading lady, let's talk about Cady Heron. Cady's our heroine. We see the show through her eyes. I think we need someone we can relate to. You know, for Cady, I have a feeling they're going to go with someone with mainstream appeal. I could see a couple of different people. I could see Leslie Grace. I could see Sadie Sink. Let's get Sadie Sink in a musical again. Rachel Zegler would be a great Cady. Caitlin Dever, because I want to give everyone from Dear Evan Hansen a second chance at a musical. I know there's been a lot of talk about Billie Eilish potentially being in the movie, but as Janice, I think if we get a pop star in the film, I think it's going to be for a bigger role. You know who I think would make a really great Cady? Olivia Rodrigo. You know her from High School Musical on Disney Plus or from her massive hit song Driver's License. I loved Sour, like probably one of my most listened to albums of the year. She's a Disney it girl that everyone relates to. I think she's a great actress. She can really sing, and I think she'd make a great Cady. But those are just my thoughts. I want to hear from you. Who do you want to see in Mean Girls the Musical? Let me know in the comments down below. I hope you're having a great day. I love you so much. Break a leg, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!